Every time the man checks into a hotel, he places a glass on the door handle, then he puts a meal cover underneath. Next he grabs a fruit knife and sits on the sofa in the corner. When things go south he's ready to react. Because he's a professional hitman, he has to stay alert at all times. This time Tony's target is a wealthy man. He's been waiting here for a week. Finally his target appears. He quickly assembles his sniper rifle, adjusts the shooting platform's height, then sets up the rifle and aims. But suddenly a woman appears in the target's room. Tony sneaks a glance, and his heart rate jumps over 100. A high heart rate could seriously affect the shooting accuracy. With his strong professional training he quickly calms down, adjusting his heart rate to the perfect shooting state. He locks onto the target ready for a one-shot kill, but just as the bullet is fired, the woman suddenly turns around and catches the bullet. Tony quickly reloads ready for a second shot, but the bodyguards swiftly pull the curtains down. Missing his chance, Tony doesn't continue the assassination. Instead he quickly disassembles the weapon, then picks up the spent shell casing on the floor, puts on his helmet and quickly heads downstairs. He hops on an electric bike and rides off in front of the police. Then he throws the weapon in the trash truck, sinks the helmet in the river. Finally Tony finds a public restroom by the street. He quickly strips off his clothes, carefully washes his entire body, then shaves his beard clean, to make sure there's no trace of gunpowder on him. After finishing he even sprays the sink with disinfectant to remove all evidence. In less than 5 minutes Tony looks like a new person. He hails a cab on the street and heads straight to the airport. He needs to leave before the police set up a blockade, but when he arrives at the airport, he notices a police dog seems to be eyeing him. His nerves tighten instantly. He's afraid the dog will pick up his scent. Even though he's already cleaned himself thoroughly, he steps out of the crowd and heads back to the restroom to scrub his body again. He even cleans the sink he used, because for a top hitman details are the key to survival. Once his plane safely lands, he drives a pre-arranged car. When he arrives at his house something seems off. There's a trail of cigarette butts on the doorstep, and a pair of footprints. He instantly feels something's wrong, so he quickly pulls a gun from his storage box and runs towards the house. He cautiously enters the house, only to find his wife is missing. All that's left is a messy room and scattered bloodstains on the walls. He realizes he's been betrayed, and the only one who knew where he lived was his boss.